Ladies and gentlemen, the grand final of the I'm Not a Cow Cup number 4. This is the final grand final of the finals. We have Razi, Marmalade, Simply Nick, and Gollit. We have randomized maps from Mania Exchange for the final time. 121 points. The winner takes 50 euros. Second place, 30 euros. Fourth place and fifth place, 10 euros. And this is it. It all comes down to this map. Who is gonna be crowned the King Cow? Analog Worms is the map. Here we go. Let's follow Marmalade for the first round. Okay, we see a pretty tight approach by these three players. Marmalade goes up to first place. We have Razi in last. Gollit, the underdog of this one, is currently in third place. Oh, but he misjudges his slide right there. It is a battle between Marmalade and Simply Nick. I believe they have met each other once already in a previous Weep Cup. But Razi is lurking in the shadows. He is waiting for a potential mistake by these two players up ahead. Let's go into the tight chicane. Simply Nick goes for a nice line here. Nick also takes the booster. He is going all out. Razi in second place. We have Marmalade moving up to third place. Oh, Nick with a quite stumble. They don't know what is coming up here, but it is still Nick in first. Razi with a huge slowdown. Nick will take the freewheel, and it is going to be Marmalade who takes it. Nick is not able to get up on the hill, and we have a huge upset here. Nick will get second place because of the freewheeling section in the ending, and Marmalade gets first. We do have a problem with the settings here. I forgot to change one setting in the script, and the script is now being adjusted accordingly. 15 seconds overtime. There we go. So one round down the toilet. We have only two finishes. Marmalade and Nick did find themselves crossing the finish line. Right now, it is Razi and Nick in first place. Where is Marmalade? In third. Gollit in fourth place. Coming up to this very fast section and into that tight platform area soon. That underground part. That can be very troublesome. We did see Nick going for that booster clip, which was really interesting. I believe he did get a lot of boost with that. There he goes. He clips it again and zoops past. He is a mastermind at I don't know what time it is for him. 5 a.m. in the morning. Man has an IQ of 5,000, but then he does not make the jump, and now he is in a lot of trouble. He does get the booster to push him up the hill, and he will find himself in third place. So Nick will need to brush up on that ending. Gollit gets the gets the finish line there. 3 points for him. Finally gets himself on the scoreboard. Let's actually stay on board with Gollit here, because he seems to have quite a bit of trouble in the start. And as you can see, he takes a different line here. Ooh, I believe there might be a much better line in the start. Let me actually take out Riolu's camera action right here. What if you go a little bit tighter here on the drop and you jump from here down to the road? That is definitely a faster approach here. However, no one has figured that out yet. Marmalade in first place. We have Simply Nick in hot pursuit. And this section right here is Nick's territory. There he goes. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Now he has a lot of speed. Marmalade goes for the booster. And fights back. We have to go back with Nick's POV here. Okay. Can he get a proper ending right now? Oh, I do think he has a lot of speed. We do have Marmalade or Nick. It is gonna be Nick. What a nice round there by these two veterans of Trackmania. Nick gets the 10 points. Puts himself still in second place. We have Marmalade, who went for a safer approach in the ending. I see that there are less freewheeling blocks right here on the right side and the left side. So that is definitely something to take note of as a driver of this tournament. Let's see if anyone is going to go for the shortcut here. No, no one is going for it. We do see Razi slowing down a lot. Same with Nick, who is kissing the wall. And now Gollit is in a great position to scramble some points. Currently in second place. There he is. Gollit. Very spread out right now. Marmalade with a 0.5 of an advantage. Gollit still in second place. But the ending could be something that makes Marmalade tumble. Look at the speed that Gollit gathers. Even though Marmalade... What is happening? Razi fights back as well. And here we go. The ending is going to decide a lot. We have Gollit with a mistake. Marmalade goes for the save attempt. Razi. What do I hear? No engine. But he gets second. And Nick gets third here. Gollit in last. And what a phenomenal round there. Marmalade set a fast time there. And also gets the 10 points. Marmalade 32 points now. Nick 24 points. Razi 20 points and Gollit 9. Next map. Global Vision. Here we go. That's a fantastic start right there. Razi, we're gonna stick with Razi here in the start. There we go. He figured it out. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fun speed map right here. That means it is speedy and it's very fun, as you can see. Razi doing a good job here. Gollit is the first to finish the warm-up. So that is something that he could take with him in the live rounds. There you go. Only Gollit has finished. Let's spectate him. Let's spectate Gollit here. Okay, not a bad start for Razi and Nick. Marmalade is looking to be respawning back at the start block. Or shortcutting? No. It is Razi in first, Gollit in second. We have Simply Nick in third place. Simply Nick with a lot of speed, but now this looping entry is a little bit shaky. It is going to be Razi or Gollit here. Let's go with Gollit's POV. We are approaching the ending. Okay, Gollit goes for a very snappy line. And now we are going to have Gollit finishing here. 10 points for him. And that is definitely what he needed when he was sitting at 9 points from previous map. So, now that everyone knows where to go, let's follow Marmalade for this second round, as he made the mistake previous round. Here he goes. Good start for Marmalade. Razi, however, is taking an edge here. Simply Nick now coming back strong with a lot of speed, but Marmalade's line here seems to be superior. He is closing the gap. However, not the greatest wall entry for him. Golit is already 5 seconds behind. Marmalade goes for a very tight drift here. Loses a lot of momentum. This is full speed, man. This is fun speed. You gotta hold the acceleration. No braking. Simply Nick is going to take the 10 points here. Razi yeets himself out, has to respawn, and it is Nick in first, Marmalade in second, Golit in third, and Razi in last. Pudgy with the 50k flush. All right, here we go. Razi, after that that final mistake in the end, actually cost him a second place there. However, he does get a really good start. Nick now in a last position. Okay, we have Marmalade with a huge mistake. He tumbles and rumbles, and he is wowed out of this round. And this is an opportunity for potentially Nick to overtake that first place. Nick with a lot of speed. I'm pretty sure Nick is gonna catch up to the top here. Razi still in first, but chomp, chomp, chomp. Nick eats on Golit. And here we go then, the final stretch. It is going to be Nick with a great line. Razi again with a mistake in the end. Razi is screwing himself up with this line in the end. And it is Marmalade able to cross the finish line. No, he is not getting any points. And we have a new leader here with the name Simply Nick. 48 points right now. One final round to go. Marmalade is really struggling on this particular track. However, a pretty solid start right now. Has to let go of the acceleration there. Razi in the battle with Marm. We do have Golit in first. Razi has made another blunder, and he is dropping down behind Golit with a misjudgment of the turn. He is losing a lot of speed, but I think Marmalade will close this gap to the top. Oh, Marmalade takes over that second place from Golit, but is he gonna do it for that second place? No, he makes the same mistake like Razi is doing. Golit is gonna get second here, but will Marmalade get third? No, Zhoof. Razi takes third place, and Marmalade did not have a wonderful performance on this particular map. But Golit, however, he started with 9 points on this map and is sitting now at 35 points. So that is a good comeback. Here we go then. Third map. It is Colvett short number 2. Very nice name for yes. And this is a mini tech track. So let's have a look who is the fastest learner of these drifts. Nick currently in first, but he messes up the final drift there. So Marmalade gets first place in the warm-up. And if we have a look at the points here, it is Simply Nick with 58 points. Has a 14-point lead over second place Marmalade. Razi 37 and Golit 35. So it is still a battle for everyone, but Razi with a huge blunder in the very first turn. Marmalade also is not getting the greatest line here. However, he sticks to second place. It is going to be Nick with a very tight approach, and it's looking like Nick will get the victory here right in front of Marmalade. Golit and Razi stumbling a little bit in this first live round, so they receive the least amount of points, but Nick is steam rolling right now, extending his lead bit by bit. Have a look at Marmalade, his start. Ooh, Gollit goes a little bit wide here. And then he makes the mistake that Razi made previous round. So that puts him like a couple seconds behind now. Ooh, this is really good for Marmalade. If he can clinch on to this first place, it will definitely pull him closer to that first place from Simply Nick. And yes, he does. So Marmalade gains 6 points on Simply Nick. Razi now as well with a 6-pointer. That is very solid. Gollit really needs to step it up now. He is struggling quite a bit on the maps that have some drifts in them. However, this time around, he finds himself doing it good, but this turn is not full speed. We have Razi making a blunder. Marmalade gets the correct angles right now. Simply Nick is being chased down by Gollit. The ending is going to decide a lot. Simply Nick tries to go tight for an attack, but Marmalade remains in first place, collecting another 10 points, and the gap between Simply Nick and Marmalade is slowly and surely fading away. Only 8 points difference now. And we have one final round to go on this map. Let's have a look at Marmalade, his start, because his start is superior to the other ones. Especially this right-hander. He goes for a drift. And then he gets a little bit further to the right so he can cut on the inside right here. And that puts him in a great line advantage for this whole ending section. But it is Nick with a tight approach, and he's trying again to snipe that first place away. But it is not enough, and Marmalade really fought back on this particular map here. Now we only have a 4-point difference between them going into the next track. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A full speeder. Jeezy Mini 94. It is time to get those speed slides out. Points, 84 for Nick, 80 for Marmalade, 53 Razi, and 49 Gollit. So Gollit and Razi really need to step it up a notch. That is a very funny ending. So warm-up is over. We could see a potential finalist being initiated here if Nick wins all the rounds. All of the rounds need to be won by Nick for him to be finalist on the next map. Here we go, the very first round. I believe Razi has flown out. Yes, he has. We do have Nick in first place, but Gollit is in hot pursuit. Gollit does get more booster than Nick. Will that make the difference? No. Nick gets the 10 points here. That is 1 down, 3 to go. One down, 3 to go. Razi is making loads of mistakes. So let's have a look at Gollit in the start. Nick is putting himself in a quite disadvantage here, but he gets a very tight line. Everyone is getting the boosters. Gollit takes that extra booster there. He stays on it the longest, and that puts himself in first place, but he gets an unlucky transition there, and Nick goes up to first place, and again Nick with the 10 points because of a small mistake, a small error in Gollit's line in that wall ride. Gollit lost quite a lot of speed with that bump in the tube, and Nick takes profit of that. Let's have a look at Marmalade. This is the third round. Marmalade currently in first place. Gets a nice line here. Nick has made a huge mistake. Nick is super far behind, but this does give us the opportunity to watch what is happening up ahead. It is Gollit in first place. Gollit is gonna take first, and that's a 10-pointer for him. He really needed these 10-pointers. Same with Razi, but Razi is slipping down. Razi is really not feeling it on this map. And I believe we have one final round. One final round for Razi to do something. Can he get a 10-pointer? Not the greatest start for Razi and Nick. So another opportunity for Gollit and Marmalade to get some points. But Nick with a really good corkscrew, moving up to second place. Oh, and Gollit takes the 10-pointer. So Gollit gets 2 wins in a row. Nick, however, with this 6-pointer, puts himself in a potential finalist situation round. He needs to win 1 round on the next map. And the next track is a French map. We have arrived at a French map. Oui, va, ouais, oui, oui. This is the map that is gonna decide everything here. Or well, it is gonna decide a lot. So we're following Marmalade. So there are multiple finishes right here. Multiple finishes. So you can take the ring and go around. If you fall down, you can respawn and then go to the left finish. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This could be the moment that we've all been waiting for. Is Nick gonna be crowned a winner? Or will Razi make the strong comeback all the way from the bottom with 66 points? He goes for a risky landing, but it is Nick who finds himself in first place. Goes for a very slow approach here. Oh my god, Razi tumbles and scrumbles. And he's trying his best to unturtle, but it is not happening. We do have Nick in first place. Marmalade in second. If Nick remains in first place, he will be finalist. Here we go. What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? Question marks. We're question marking right here. Okay, only Marmalade and Nick reaching the finish line here. Razi and Gollit really struggling. Nick put himself in a situation where he crosses the finish line. He will get finalist, but he could have had the finalist already. Marmalade with a huge blunder as well. Gollit now in first. What? Bonk! And he falls off. Nick, once again, finding himself in first place. Here we go. What is Nicky gonna do here? Very confused by me, but Nick does get first place. He will put himself into that finalist situation. Marmalade with 114 points right now. If Marmalade wins this next round, he will join Nick on the finalist seat. Let's go with Marmalade's point of view. He seems to be the one to challenge Nick here. We have Razi battling Nick. Ooh, Nick stumbles a little bit. But it is a 1v1 battle right now. Here we go. Nick in first place. Marmalade in second. It is all gonna be decided in this ending. We have Marmalade with way more speed. Nick goes for a strategy. But he hits. And Marmalade will put himself in finalist mode. And we have 2 finalists right now. Will it be simply Nick? Or will it be Marmalade? Or will we see Razi or Gollit go for an insane comeback? Right now, Razi is leading. Marmalade is in close pursuit, but Marmalade gets a little bit of a struggle landing. Razi remains in first place. Marmalade with a huge wheelie. It is all gonna be decided in this ending, ladies and gentlemen. We have Marmalade with a lot of speed. I believe Nick has a lot of speed as well. It is gonna be decided in this final drift. And Nick didn't know about the cactus. And there you have it. GG. Nick did not practice the ending. And it bites him in the ass. Marmalade wins it here. Gets the 50 euros. But will Nick get second place? That is a question. What was your name, XMNF? Was it XMNF? Anyway.
Thank you for subs. Thank you.
Teddy Talent gifted a tier 1 sub to Schleuder.
Thank you for subs. Thank you.
That is epic.
Teddy Talent gifted a tier 1 sub to DieRennkuh.
That is also really epic.
Thank you for subs. Thank you for subs.
Teddy Talent gifted a tier 1 sub to Mask.
Thank you very much for the resub yourself, Teddy, and the gift subs. I appreciate that.
Teddy Talent gifted a tier 1 sub to Syntax.
Alright, let's mute the alerts for a little bit here. As we have potentially the final round here. Razi currently just ahead of Nick. We have a technical map and Gollit is out. It is only Razi who can deny Nick the second place finish here. As we are approaching the ending of the map, Razi might have a little bit more speed coming into this last sector of the map. But Razi with an outside line. Nick now landing too much on the right side. And it is going to be Razi denying Nick another round. Nick in his 5th finalist attempt right now. Here we go. Can he succeed? Razi once again in the lead. Nick losing a little speed here. Not the greatest line. Razi is doing really well. Remaining ahead, but Nick with a little bit more speed coming out of that section. but then goes too tight here, trying to go for an attack. It is Razi who hits the bumper, and it is gonna be over. GG. Nikki gets second place. Marmalade wins the final I'm Not a Cow Cup. 50 euros for Marmalade. Simply Nick gets second place. We have Golit in third place, getting 10 euros. And Razi in last, getting 10 euros. Congratulations. You have shown that you are not a cow. I mean, that you are a cow, not a cow. GG's, well played.